Well, that's her trademark, isn't it?
Forehand's nearly as good as yours used to be.
Oh, you're being too kind there, Chris.
Wow. Well, that's the pick. Full stretch. And that matches. Nothing she could do about that one.
Ouch. More spin up the back of the ball on that backhand as well. She's not just going for broke on a lot of these ground strokes, Ivanovic. She's getting quite a good mix, isn't she, out here?
Yeah, it's good to see. Two set points now. First set gifted against a woman she's never beaten in 4 previous attempts.
No, it does hold the momentum. And I think part of how you try to win a tennis match is to gain the authority with a momentum. And it takes time to do that over a period of time during the course of a match, as we talked about those peaks and troughs of pressure moments. And as you gain a momentum, that's part of the battle. And then suddenly, if that momentum is halted by letting the opponent leave the court, it doesn't seem quite right.
That looked like she really meant that sort of out wide ball toss on that one. Well, sure she did, but...
Well, whenever she throws it out to the right like that, I always automatically expect her to go, sliding it out wide on the forehand side. But that time she threw it to the right and then went down the tee. So I'm sure it's pretty difficult for the opponents to figure out where she's going with it.
Hold serve for the first time to love, having been broken once to love. And that's a good message after the comfort break of the Russian. Keeps building that momentum very quickly on the restart.
Well, I guess the unforced error is the most significant there, isn't it? The 17-11, and it just sort of, I guess, increased towards the end of that first set as well. Created herself more breakpoint opportunities, did Ivanovic. think this court is a very difficult court to play drop shots off. I mean, you know, normally a slower court where the ball is bouncing sort of a little bit higher around the mid-court area. If you get a shot like that, that needed a little bit more height, but you don't have time. There's not enough absorption on this court, I think, with the strings, because we know the ball is flying around so much. Very difficult to control that ball.
That's great defence, but Pavluchenkova secures the point.
Well, we saw from the stats in that first set, she was coming into the net a lot more than her opponent, but as you say, great scrambling from Ivanovic, but I wonder whether that might encourage her to get in there a bit more.
Sometimes as well, it can just be a nemesis player. It clearly has been in the past for Pavluchenkova. It's looking that way again. More break points. Set 2-love now. Looks very comfortable on the scoreboard. It doesn't tell the story, though. There's been a lot of games that have been keenly contested, but Ivanovic in control.
Yeah, and I just think she seems more in control of her whole game out here, doesn't she, compared to her opponent. Her opponent's sort of going up and down a little bit more, whereas it seems to be a bit more, I don't know, a bit more contained tennis from Ivanovic.
Not one double fault yet for the serve. That'll please Nigel. Close.
I thought that was a terrible call. I thought that was in.
Yeah, she's challenging Pavluchenkova. I thought it hit the line too, and it's right on our line, isn't it?
Unless I need to head to the optician soon, which is highly likely, actually. Get most of them wrong these days.
Spot on.
Phew.
First one she's let bounce, I think, on the ball toss. But it can then, you can be hung over mentally, can't you? The serve stays in your mind and a little bit slow to react to that return.
She's giving away too many free points, isn't she? Not making Ivanovic work hard enough for them out here.
Ouch, yeah.
It's really crept up, hasn't it? Well, she sunk down into that first serve. as if the toss was too low on that first attempt.
Brilliant second. Great racket head speed through the action. So it's set 3-love now. Well, this is falling away very, very quickly now for Pavluchenkova. Little resistance at the moment.
Wow, that was a loud call. That was rivaling Azarenka's shriek.
Oh dear. Wow. Well, Ivanovic is doing a bit of walking in this game. Yeah. I think she frightened herself. Give her a lozenge.
Yeah, I think she made that. Well, that must have caught the very outside edge. Nope, not quite. Maybe a little bit closer to the middle of that line.
Well done. Needs to battle. We saw a lot of that from Bartley earlier on today. She gave a lesson to everybody on how to fight a way to a win. If you can hold from love 40 here, Pavluchenkova, you never know. Not to be though. Ivanovic totally in command now.